we get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Thomas looking to fire. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Chippewas come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, it's decision time now for the head coach. You probably like the play call. 3rd down, you're running the ball thinking you're going to get it in your own end. You don't. Now what do you do?
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. Here comes the heat. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. On the move at the 30. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Thomas back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Chippewas! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had 1 extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Focus, boys, focus.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Northern Illinois.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. 2nd guy finally did.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Off play action on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just outside the red zone, as they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The toss sweep to the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period. Central Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Huskies. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll keep it on the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Thomas looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They go right back to it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Chippewas come to the line in the hurry-up. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Central Michigan. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Osborne. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time, the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play?
Here we go.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Now on second down. On the run, it's Huff. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Makes the grab on the left. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on third down. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. Clock ticking down in the first half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Right back to the well. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Handoff to the lone back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Chippewas will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. A little screen to the running back. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now on the option. The pitch. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They were able to make a quick stop.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Huskies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. They take the lead with the 6.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Central Michigan.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Thomas back to pass. Got his man on the right. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Chippewas moving quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going temp.
Makes the grab inside the 30. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Chips.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Oh, and he hit it off the left upright. No good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
35-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Quick toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They've been running it, but now the pass. He's going to take off. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now the toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Creates a little room. Turning it on! And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. Northern Illinois holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Looking to scramble. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bringing it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Thomas looking to fire. Here's a hit. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Really great job in coverage by the defender on that play, swatting the ball away.
And the Chippewas are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more. Too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Thomas back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Now improvising. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do that.
The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Snagged out of the air. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Using his feet to buy time. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
And every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Northern Illinois will try to just run out the clock. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Huff. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Good game, brother. Good game. That fumble hurt. I didn't have an answer for your pass game. It was a matter of who scored the last point, whoever got the ball last. That was a good game.